Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Vrindavana. My dear devotees, Krishna is known as the best dresser. But amongst his dresses, he uses in particular 3 items that make him so ecstatic. They're called prasadana. It's the way he dresses. He has a 4 suit, actually. Here a dhoti, then he has a sash, then he has a an orange shirt, very often. Then he has a pitambara, and then he has a 5th item, a beautiful, colorful turban. Now, this is called prasadana in attire, and the devotees, when they see Krishna dressed in new garments, they just they go like, wow. I think we also do this in our deity worship. We are trying to find dresses for our deities which are just overwhelming. If you are Brahmana, you have clean cloth, you could go inside the deity before room, and then comes a left turn, and there you will find Krishna's wardrobe. There are hundreds of different dresses. They are all, in these little drawers, and this is called prasadana, the dress. And in this category, he has vasanas, dress, then a kalpa, which are natural decorations like flowers. We will hear a little bit about them. And then mandana, jewelry, ornaments, and mirrors, like here. So Srila Rupa Goswami is talking about these jewels and ornaments. He has a crown, he has earrings, he has a necklace, shatuchki, another type of necklace, bracelets, anguliyaka, a ring. He has actually 10 rings on each finger, keyura, armlets, and nupura, anklets. These are the little bells when he moves that they make this beautiful sound. But really, in this category of mandana, jewelry and ornaments, mirrors play a very important role. And I would like to tell you a pastime in regards to these mirrors. You must know that the most exciting time during the day for the residents of Vrindavan in Madhurya Rasa is when Radha and Krishna get a chance to meet. And the longest meetings take place in the noontime and afternoon for something like 6 hours at Sridham Radhakund. And in Radhakund, Krishna and also Radharani are dressed in such outstanding ways that everyone who even meditates briefly about them goes just like, wow, like that. You must know, in the morning, Radha is dressed so that others than Krishna can see her. After being dressed, she will go to Nandagram to cook for Krishna, and on the way she is seen by those who are on the street. And when she enters Nanda Bhavan, Yashoda sees her. Her dress at that time is modest. She doesn't want to overwhelm anyone with an extraordinary dress. but at noontime it is totally different. At noontime, there's only one person who's not her girlfriend, her gopi girlfriend, who will see her, and that is, you know already, that is Krishna, yes. So, first she will take her bath in Radha Kund. I want to ask you, who knows the ghat where she takes every noon her bath in Radha Kund? Manasa Pavana Ghat. It's in Syamakund actually, but very close to Radha Kund. And after taking her bath, she's ornamented first with divine scents, fragrances. And then she is really dressed, not in a modest way. When she meets Yashoda. No, she has the most extravagant, mesmerizing, enchanting flower dress you can imagine. Yes, you heard properly. Here in this world we cannot put the flowers together that they make a dress. We can sew them as we do in deity worship on another dress. But Radha and Krishna's dress are made only out of flowers. In fact, they walk in shoes out of flowers, and the shoes don't break. So when she is finished, when she is dressed by her younger sister, who's the younger sister? Ananga Manjari. Yes, when Ananga Manjari has dressed her Didi. Didi means older sister. She looks like Madan Mohan Mohini, Radharani. And and Ananga Manjari then takes her to the northern part of Radha Kund, where there is a crystal bridge that leads from the bank into a mandir, a temple, in the middle of Radha Kund. It's very difficult to see this bridge because due to the waves of Radha Kund, there's always a little light dancing on the waves, and it looks very similar to this crystal bridge, which really is not built making any contrast. We have here the bridge is made only out of these things, and it's a secret place where Radha is brought. And she's dressed up a little bit more inside. Now in the meantime, Krishna has left Manasa Ganga. That's a lake about, in the earthly Vrindavan, I would say 6 kilometers perhaps, and come to the forests of Radha Kund, and then he goes to the banks of the Radha Kund looking for Srimati Radharani. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, it's described how he looks for Radharani. It is actually a discussion between Radharani and the goddess of the Vrindavan forest. Who is her name? Vrinda Devi, yes. So Radha asked Vrinda if she has seen Krishna. She says, Vrinda, where are you coming from right now? And Vrinda answers, I'm coming from the feet of Sri Hari. I was actually there when he arrived. Where is he exactly? Well, he's in one forest just at the bank of your Kund, Radha Kund. And what is he doing there, if I may ask? Vrinda says he's learning to dance. Yes, said Radha. And who is his dancing master? Vrinda gives the most beautiful poetic answer. She says, it's you, Radha, or better, your image, that reveals itself in every tree and creeper and in every direction. And he's roaming like a skillful dancer. Or this image is roaming like a skillful dancer, making Krishna dance behind. So yeah, at that time, one gopi comes to Ananga Manjari, who's in the middle of this temple inside the lake of Radhakund, and says, Krishna has come. Where is he? Well, he's now dancing near the Sangama. He's following some reflection which he believes is Radha's image, and he's dancing. So this moment, Ananga Manjari takes a full-size mirror, perhaps like that one, full-size mirror, or like that one is also good. And very skillfully, she tilts the mirror a little bit so that enough sunlight comes in the mirror, and Radha is there, and then she flashes the image of Srimati Radharani through the mirror right on Krishna, who's absolutely overwhelmed. And then as Krishna catches the image also leaves him again. And Krishna swoons. Why does he swoon? Because Radha is so overwhelmingly beautifully dressed so that all her features come out. At the same time, Radha has just appeared and disappeared. So Vrinda brings him back to consciousness, and as he awakes, he calls to Vrinda, Vrinda, bring me to the source of this superb darshan which I just had. So Vrinda brings him down the banks to where the crystal bridge starts. And there, where the crystal bridge is touching the banks of Radhakund, is this most beautiful young gopi, Ananga Manjari, who pretends to pick flowers. Krishna asks, do you know where is Radha? Oh, says Ananga Manjari, Radha has pledged to not see your dark face today. After what had happened in Kusum Sarovar. Krishna goes, listen. Ananga Manjari says, no, you listen now. Let us send for Lalita. And then Lalita explains, Krishna met Chaipya and was led to Chandravali. And Ananga Manjari says, this information came to Radha, and therefore she does not want to see your face. See how dark your face is. And she lifts a mirror, and Krishna sees his disappointed face. But, Lalita, why don't you ask Radha? Maybe she has changed her mind. So Lalita goes back and comes back and says, well, there is one way for you to gain the pleasure of Srimati Radharani. You have to worship her lotus feet. You have to bow down to her lotus feet. You have to touch her lotus feet in great humility, beg for forgiveness. And then, if you do this, Radha will maybe forgive you. But there is a second condition. Oh no, says Krishna. What is the condition? You have to go into the mandir where Radha waits for you, blindfolded. This means the gopis have absolute control over Krishna. So Krishna winces because there are many pastimes where the gopis made fun of him when they blindfolded him. But there is no other way. Without the permission of the Sakis, Krishna will not be able to meet Radha. So at this moment, a beautiful Manjari comes and she has a blindfold which is made out of very fragrant and soft flowers, and she binds it around Krishna, and the gopis lead Krishna inside the mandir where Radha sits on a singhasan. Remember, Radha is not dressed in the usual way. Radha is dressed today and there in an extraordinary way. So when Krishna sits down, the gopis take off the blindfold and Krishna sees the beautiful darshan of Madan Mohan Mohini, Radha. It seems that his eyes take in her form and give back an ocean of tears as he cries, and his tears wash Srimati Radharani's lotus feet in an abhishek, in a puja, as a puja of her lotus feet. So, my dear devotees, this all, and then Krishna Radha brings him on her singhasan, and they sit and have many wonderful discussions. My dear devotees, this all started from a mirror. When Ananga Manjari tilted the mirror so that the sun was in there and Radha's image and flashed it, I think that's modern vocabulary, onto Krishna, and Krishna swooned. You must know there are many mirrors in Krishna's pastimes. There is Dapan, an ordinary mirror. There is a Pratibimba Darshan. That's Dapan, Pratibimba Dapan. That's a mirror that holds the reflection for a long time, not a short time, a long time. We have this mirror, which was this morning there. It still holds Radha and Krishna's image. I mean, this is of course done with the help of modern glue. But these mirrors in Krishna's pastime have the ability to hold the mirrors for a long time. They are called Pratibimba Dapan. Then there is the Rupa Vahak mirror that carries the beauty. And finally, there is the Kama Shashan Meru Dapan, that is the platform of Cupid's kingdom. Srimati Radharani uses 3 mirrors. Would you like to know the 3 mirrors of Radharani? Yes. There is first a concave mirror. Concave is, I believe, in this direction, no? I think so, yes. That enlarges her image very much. It looks very big. Then there is a normal mirror which is used by Radha to see her face from close. And then there is a convex mirror. It goes like this, which so to say, shrinks Radha's form and makes it very small so that she can see everything from toes to bottom in this convex mirror. After dressing Shrimati Radharani, the maid servants hold these types of mirrors in front of Radha. And if you see the worship which is done, I saw this with Radha Madan Mohan, but also with Radha Gopinath. At the end of the morning darshan, sometimes the pujari brings a mirror so that Radha and Krishna can see themselves. There are also four natural types of mirrors which Krishna uses to look how he looks. The first is the crystals on Govardhan. He can see himself in the crystals. The second natural mirror, anyone knows? The river of the Yamuna. Krishna can see his reflected image in the mirror of the river Yamuna. Then there is the gold plate on which Krishna eats when it's clean, or I think it's always clean, so when it's always a mirror, I think. And finally, Krishna can see himself in the eyes of the cows who stare with love and with tears in their eyes at the Lord. And Krishna sees his image there. This morning we saw one wonderful pastime, and I would like to narrate this pastime in full so that you carry the memory of this pastime with you. It was on a rainy day. Radha could not leave her house because everyone would have asked her, "Where are you going? It's raining." So due to social conventions, she was not able to leave Vashana. But because she carried in her heart so much the desire to meet Krishna that the separation from Krishna made her suddenly faint. And that's when the curtain opened here this morning. When Lalita, her friend, entered the room, she first tried to revive Radha, but she was unable to do so. You must know that all the Sakhis, all the gopis, in order to enhance the pastimes of Radha and Krishna, have certain abilities. For instance, some gopis can train animals to move and jump and talk even. Other gopis are able to mix herbal drinks. Yet others are cooking very, very nicely. But others can also make jeweled ornaments. They somehow know the science of jewelry so that everything comes together and the effect is there. So Lalita has the ability to look into the sky and shape the clouds. So she looked into the sky with her Lalita eyes and shaped the blue clouds. It was rain, a rainy day, Siam colored clouds, into little Krishnas, just by her eyes. Maybe as a child you were sometimes lying on your back, staring at the clouds that were passing, and you were wishing, "Oh, I wish this cloud would look like a clown." No? We as little boys, that's one of the little boy activities, boys who are growing up on an island like me. I'm an island boy. So we would by our mental thought processes tried to shape the clouds, but sometimes we wanted them to look like clowns, but they looked like demons, and we became afraid. So Lalita can actually, she has mastered this art and shapes the clouds by her thoughts alone. And then she put in the room where Srimati Radharani had been, where she had swooned, all these mirrors, right? And after some time, when she was satisfied with the many mirrors in her room, and then she, who is also an expert in playing the flute, played a melody or a raga. This is maybe good for our Surabi to know this raga, which is known to awaken souls who experience separation from Krishna. When anyone who wants to be a little Krishna conscious hears these ragas, which Lalita knows to play, then they are awakening into their pure Krishna consciousness. In Radharani's case, there's nothing to awaken to in terms of Krishna consciousness, but she awoke from her swoon, and she saw these beautiful cloud-like images which Lalita had formed by her willpower alone, and which she had called down. She saw them reflected in the mirrors. That's what you see here, no? These beautiful images of Krishna. And Radha began to dance to the sound of the flute because she thought it was Krishna who had come, and she danced with the many images of Krishna which were in the room. There's a verse. Radharani is asked, what do you like more, to be together with Krishna or to be separated? And she answers, I like to be separated from Krishna, because when I'm together there's only one Krishna. But when I feel the mood of separation from Krishna, I see him coming everywhere. Oh, this is Krishna, that is Krishna, here, Krishna, Krishna, this is Krishna. And in this way, I'm always with Krishna. Yes, inspired by pastimes like this, devotees have actually made altars full of mirrors. Indradumna Maharaj has directed us to one mirror temple. I also know a mirror temple. It's just mirrors. You go there and everything is full of mirrors, small mirrors, and these mirrors are, let me say, convex is when they go inside, and everything is, they're the concave. They're like this. They are formed like this. So everything looks very big in this. When the deity of Krishna looks very big to Radha, and the deity of Radha looks very big to Krishna. These temples, mirror temples, are in the Radha Krishna Radha Krishna deities are there. There's more about mirrors. But I thought I would just sing with you just 2 minutes, one song, and then I will end with a poem. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Vrindavan. Radhe Jaya Krishna Jaya Vrindavan Radhe Jaya Krishna Jaya Vrindavan Shri Govinda Gopinata Madana Mohan Shri Govinda Gopinata Madana Mohan Shri Govinda Gopinata Madana Mohan Shri Govinda The poem about the mirror pastime, which we want to end this katha with, was composed by an extraordinary Vaishnavi. She was one of the queens of Emperor Akbar, who ruled large parts of India from Agra. Once, this queen, whose name was Taj Bibi, was traveling from Delhi by palanquin back to Agra to meet her husband. Now they passed through Vrindavan and they heard the bells of the Govindaji Mandir. And Taj asked the one who was in charge of her security and who was in charge of the palanquin bearers, "What is that sound?" "Oh, nothing, some Hindu thing, bang, bang, bang. They are loud." "No, it is so beautiful," said Taj. I want to see where this comes from." And no matter how much the security officer tried to dissuade her, Taj finally said, "We are going. This is the last word of your queen." So they brought her to the Govindaji Mandir. She came down from the palanquin and she tried to enter the temple, but the Brahmana said, "Sorry, we have such bad experiences with you people from the other religion. You can only look from the threshold." So she sat on the doorstep of the Govindaji Mandir and looked at Govindaji. And upon having Govindaji's darshan, she became so enchanted that she sent a messenger to Akbar. The message was simple: "My dear husband, your wife has fallen in love with someone else. He's called Govindaji. He's worshipped. Please allow me to stay there, because the same love which I used to carry for you has gone to him. So Akbar, who's known as a very, very tolerant religionist, he didn't have these borders and limitations which many have. He sent a message back: stay with the one whom you love. I'm giving you my permission. So Touch, Bibi, stayed her whole life at the feet of Radha Govinda. I imagine she convinced the pujaris to allow her entry into the temple, because her poem shows that she served Govindaji. Here is her poem. Oh, my girlfriends. Oh, friends, I showed a mirror to the divine couple who were intoxicated with their own beauty. When they looked into my mirror, they felt lost in it. I was completely aware what they said through their eyes to each other. Indeed, it took away all my material desires and worries from my heart. Why do I still sit in my own little house which I've built in Vrindavan? I should go out and from morning till evening chant the holy names of the Lord. Touch Bibi, your heart is like a mirror. Chetudaphanamajanam, no? Clean it and always glance at the focus, at the forms of the divine couple. I would like to end my little messages to you with the same message. O devotees, clean the mirror of your heart, your own heart. The heart is a mirror, it reflects everything. You can see what you have seen in the mirror of your heart. When I look, for instance, and I put the time back to the Govardhan retreat, I can see now the Mahanandi building, I can see the Veni and Vangsu building, I can see Giriraj's dining hall before me, I can see the kirtan stali, I can see also Giriraj if I want. But with my heart is so much. Why can I do it? Because the festival was so purifying and I've chanted so much. But when the heart is covered with so many things, worries, anxieties, then there is a dust layer on the mirror of your heart, and you will not be able to see any transcendental things. The best you can do is see the last Netflix series which you looked secretly without anyone knowing it. No? But we need to clean the mirror of the heart, and then we can have divine revelations happening there. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna, oh, Jai Vrindavan, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna, Aibo, Jaya Vrindavan, Sri Govinda Gopinata madana mohan. Shri Govinda Gopinata Madan Namohan. Shri Govinda Gopinata Madan Namohan. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, oh, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Everybody, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. One more time, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Nityananda Jaya Nityananda Ram, Nityananda Ram, Nityananda Ram, Nityananda Ram. Jaya Nityananda Ram, Jaya Nityananda Ram, Jaya Nityananda Ram, Jaya Nityananda Ram. Jaya Nityananda Ram, Jaya Nityananda Ram, Nityananda Ram, Nityananda Ram. Gaura Premanandi Shri Radha Madanmohan ki, Shri Radha Gopinatha ki, Shri Radha Kanaya Lala ki, Shri Lord Nityananda Rama ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Gaur Premanandi Hari 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 Bo. Hare Krishna, Krishna